Welcome everyone, hello to another episode of Hobby Talk, this time a little bit different than normal. My name is Bricky and I'm joined today by...
Hi.
Hi!
Hi.
I'm joined by Hi.
It's so weird to actually
be in person
be
and
here.
stuff?
Like usually I'm used to disembodied voices.
Disembodied voices.
Yeah.
We normally are disembodied voices.
Normally.
Except I've got a really big backpack full of books and you've got a tech priest robe and everything on.
My stash is way cooler in that picture too.
It's flowing. It's like a whole new
It
head
is.
of hair.
It used to be like that, but my hairdresser was like, I don't like how long it is, snip, and I was like,
Your hair just doesn't get your permission. He's just
yeah.
like, I don't like that.
She was just like, it looks gnarly and it's too long. Let me trim it. I was like, oh, maybe she'll just trim like the bottom so it's not like getting in my. No.
So
What are we
welcome,
here
to,
for?
welcome to this live episode of
happened?
Adeptus Ridiculous.
We don't have
No,
the
we're
cool
doing-
edits, dude. We gotta keep this interesting.
We do need to keep it interesting. Okay, we're here with a wonderful collab. Now, for those of you who may not know, as this is of course a Hobby Talk on Dice Check, me and DK are part of a podcast known as Adeptus Ridiculous. We do lore and lore discussions from a, what do you say, more casual, like beginner point of view.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And of course, DK himself, not knowing a whole lot about the lore, or even playing tabletop, does have some pretty cool stuff here.
I got some Thousand Suns.
Yeah. And since this is Hobby Talk, we're talking hobby. And you've got a couple minis.
I do. I
You
got
got
a couple.
You got some whips here. We're
Yep.
going to discuss a lot of that. We're going to discuss like what you're working on. So DK,
Bricky.
you bring us some models you're currently working on.
Yep.
What do you have in front of this?
So I don't know what these guys are like. I don't know which one's like a Terminator or what, but they're all Thousand Suns. There's a lot of Thousand Suns.
Every single one here is Thousand Suns.
Well, I mean, there's some Wraiths, and there's a.
What do you have here in total? What do you got? What do you got?
Well, there's an Armiger.
Armiger.
There's a Thousand Suns.
There's 2,000
guys.
Suns over there.
There is the Doggo, Sulfur Hound.
Yes.
Okay, he still needs to be painted.
Yes, it's a whip.
There is a Wraith from Age of Sigmar up there.
You got some skeletons
Yep.
coming around
Oh, are
the
they?
sides.
Okay, I don't know where all the skeletons are. They're
Yeah,
just-
I know. Someone decided to put terrain in front of us.
Yeah. And there's some whip wraiths or skeletons up here. That one has a broken sword. I like to say it's because of aesthetic instead of, I was gluing them and I just,
Dude,
oops.
you're already on your way to doing everything Warhammer. Anything that breaks off or is a problem, you consider battle damage.
It's aesthetic, right?
Yep.
The broken sword aesthetic. That's an RPG thing.
Or it's just the Dark Souls skeleton. It's like one's in the way early where the hollow one's just fling like a broken sword at you.
Yeah.
So you got a bunch of Rubric Marines, of course.
Rubric Marines, yes.
Now, obviously, Rubric Marines are part of the Thousand Suns, part of the
Yes,
Siege.
yes.
We haven't actually discussed Thousand Suns yet.
Not yet. I'm looking forward to the episode, though.
Why'd you pick Thousand Suns, regardless of knowing whether or not we talked about them?
I remember I picked them because our editor Shy was she was doing a bunch of art streams, and that's how I got introduced to Warhammer. She kept painting them, and I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind getting a couple of these. And so she was showing me all these armies, and I was just like, I don't really care about the tabletop. I just want something that looks aesthetic as fuck.
Right.
And she started showing. I was like, oh my god, those Rubric Marines look so fucking cool. They're like these Egyptian war gods, and they're just empty armor that's full of dust. God, they look so cool.
So you like the Egyptian aesthetic, mainly. Egyptian, like, power armor.
Yes, they were like these crazy magician marauding knights, and I fucking love that.
That's fair. And it's cool considering the idea that they're just hollow shells.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
literally just a bunch of dust swirling around. It's like in a vacuum cleaner when like they got the big tub thing. It's just kind of like little dust. Yep. It's just the Rubric Marines.
That is them. And Magnus didn't do anything wrong.
Not a single
Not
thing
a
wrong.
single thing. He was a good boy.
We can say that now because when we talk about Thousand Suns, you'll soon find out he did a lot of things wrong.
Lies.
There's a difference between doing something wrong and being a charismatic, sad character. He did a lot of things wrong.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Well, luckily he's in the warp now, so in a sense he is in hell.
Well,
Why'd you
can't
get a
win 'em all.
Sulfur Hound?
I thought they just looked really cool.
They're fucking
They're
cool.
like these really cool, like, because I think the other variant, they're like horses too, right?
Yeah, so they're both like dog horses. One of them is the Sulfur Hound, which breathes literally like sulfur flamer. And there's also the Raiders, which are like kind of like sniper sharpshooters on dogs.
These look cool. All the AdMech stuff look cool, and those guys were just like, that's so fucking ridiculous. They're riding mecha dog hounds, like, and they spit sulfur. Like, how does, I don't care what your army is, how do you not immediately be like, yep, Mine.
Don't the Silverhound guys, don't they carry like 2 revolvers?
Yes, they do.
And they're just like,
they're like Wild
fucking
West pit.
It's
Yeah.
so dumb.
They're it's so great because of how dumb it is.
And they have like the Da Vinci copters, the archaeocopters, the flyers.
I don't know.
Do we have any, Matt, do we have any Da Vinci copters?
No,
Bullshit.
Buy some.
I don't know what they are.
Alexa, buy Da Vinci copters.
He
left.
I think John P has one.
What does it look like?
It looks like a Da Vinci copter.
What's a Da Vinci
I don't know
copter?
what a Da Vinci copter is.
Do you know Da Vinci?
Da Vinci?
I,
Is it just like an old school helicopter?
I found it.
He found it. This is.
oh, is it the? Is it the
Oh, okay. It's not painted yet, but I see. Shit.
Da Vinci.
I almost don't want to touch it because it's like, holy shit. That's got to be fucking expensive as shit.
No, it's new, so it's probably a little pricey. AdMech is the most expensive army in the game to get 2,000 points of.
Oh, see, I didn't mean points. I just meant dollar bills.
No, exactly. So if you
Oh.
want 2,000 points of AdMech, AdMech is probably the most expensive army in the game.
Gotcha.
But like, yeah, look at that big old fucking Da Vinci wing looking things, you know?
Yeah, now I get it.
Da Vinci,
now,
you know?
I get why it's a Da Vinci fly.
Da Vinci, perfect.
AdMech are so fucking ridiculous.
They're
I love
so
it.
cool.
I love it.
AdMech, we had the AdMech episode, one of our favorite episodes.
Oh,
I think so.
absolutely. Yep.
Combining that, also, there's a couple other things besides the fact that I'm taking Da Vinci away.
It's too fragile.
We also got one more thing over here that's actually much
my-
heavier painted.
My armature.
Your armature.
Yeah.
This is a Warglaive, I think.
You'd know better than me.
Yeah, I would.
You would know a lot better than me.
Okay, I forget if there's a chaos version of the armatures, because if it's whatever, it's got a chainsaw thing, and I think that's a twin barrel multi-melta or something on that side. I'm not quite sure. Point being, you got this. What made you do this like really grimy, dirty version?
So this, I keep it around because it's like, this is my testament to know when to stop. This is like,
Okay.
it looks good and everything, and I like it, but I'm just like, too much dust.
Did
A
you
little
put?
too much sand.
Oh,
A little
so-
too much sand, Because initially I was like, okay, he's Thousand Suns, so like he's probably like roaming through the deserts.
Okay.
So I wanted him to look sand swept. And I was like,
Ah.
oh yeah, he looks a little, yeah, a little more.
He's a little muddy.
Yeah, a little more. And then I was like, uh-oh, you can't tell that he's blue anymore.
I totally get that. I've done that with many of my models,
Yep.
where I'm like, doesn't look quite enough, and you have to wait for the thing to dry.
You
to
really
truly
do.
Get it, and
You
you're like,
really do.
oh.
I might have overdone that.
It-
But now
it's
people are like,
pretty cool
oh, hey,
still.
it's like, he's like, oh, they keep saying something. There's some faction that's like really muddy and really like dirty. And I forget what, but everybody who sees this thinks of the same faction. I don't remember what it was. Like dirty and grimy and covered in mud.
There's lots of people that are dirty and grimy and covered in mud.
Yeah, but
Death Guard?
It could be Death Guard.
No.
Any army in a
it
sense
was
could
some
be dirty.
hard
and
to
grimy.
say faction, and I don't remember what it was.
Hard to say in Warhammer.
I bet you somebody in the comment section is already like, oh yeah, it's fucking.
I have no idea. Point being, though, in a sense, it would be pretty cool to have one of these, because normally, if I'm not mistaken, armigers like to run in packs of 2. And so if you actually have like an army, you could have a couple other armigers that are like a lot less sand swept. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like you've got this like curve of how.
I have a second one
through.
that I need to build.
Oh, you
still.
do?
And it has an Anubis head instead of a wolf head.
Yes, you got the wolf head. So you got that from probably some 3D print, I'm assuming.
Yeah, some 3D print company. I don't remember who. Shy gave me a link, and I was like, yeah, it looks sick. Click, put it
Yep.
on. Yep.
Some people make some really cool night adjustments and stuff.
Yeah.
Knights are cool.
Knights are
it's
super
obviously
cool.
a mini knight. A big knight's like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because I was like, I want a project, but I don't want to spend $300.
Yeah. Oh, I think a regular knight's like 150.
It's still a lot.
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 These are pretty awesome. I think they
Yeah.
come in packs of 2, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. I have the second one it's still on the spruce.
It's. Trust me, having some stuff on the spruce is
It's
okay.
very common, right?
It's extremely common. You probably have the least amount of shame out of all of us. All of us.
you have a whole army on the spruce.
We have stacks and grays everywhere. As far as I'm looking at your stuff right now, you've got one gray model.
That's true. Just one. Everything else is whipping.
That
Work in progress. Ing.
why ink?
Ing. It's whipping.
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 It's just whip. Everything else is a work in progress.
It's a whip. Whip.
I thought you'd be like more reserved in person.
No, what you see is what you get.
Yo, WYSIWYG.
WYSIWYGin. What's
ju-
WYSIWYGin? I just learned what that was. That's gonna go into the lexicon henceforth.
This feels like when you teach your dad a meme.
Just like it.
He was like, yo, dad, what do you think of this paint job? And he's like, sheesh.
That's WYSIWYGin,
Oh
kiddo.
my fucking God, kill me. So, do you like the color blue?
Yeah, it's a great color, man.
Okay, is that why you picked Thousand Suns?
No.
Oh.
I just thought they were cool.
Okay.
And everyone's like, oh, those are great first paint ones. I'm like, man, I followed a tutorial. It wasn't too hard to follow Duncan.
Oh,
Two thin coats.
Duncan Rhodes.
Mm-hmm. He was like,
you got the two thin coats meme?
two thin coats. Yep.
He's learning. So, what anime do these remind you of? You fucking piece of shit.
What? They don't actually. They don't remind me
No.
of any anime.
Wow, what's this remind you of? Don't say Ava.
It doesn't. It's not Ava and it's not Gundam. It'd probably be more of a Macross or something like that, or a Robotech.
What's your hat?
It's a Tokidoki hat. It's not actually an anime. It's just weeb as fuck. Super weeb
What do
aesthetic.
these skeletons remind you of?
Why are you? Is this the best you can do when not on a podcast?
Something has to remind you of
Jesus.
anime here. I don't do hobby talk.
Jesus, man. Everything could remind you of anime.
What's this terrain remind you of? What's this? These bricks remind you of?
They remind me of you, because you're Bricky.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, they're bricks.
And they're gray and
And-
dying, just like me.
Yeah, they're falling apart at the seams, just like this episode.
All right.
All right. So, DK,
Yeah.
I have a great question for you. That
Whoa,
I
that
thought
segue was crisp.
I thought of it all myself, too.
Dean Kamen?
Dean Kamen.
Dean Kamen.
The creator of the
Segue.
We're getting off topic again. What would you like to get after this? If you wanted to buy more stuff, because you got a little bit of AdMech.
Little
Is this
bit.
your only AdMech?
That's the only AdMech that I have.
I'm assuming the other two are at home, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then is this your only Thousand Suns?
Yeah, those are my only Thousand Suns.
Okay, what would you want to get after that? Do you want to get more Thousand Suns, or do you want to get more AdMech stuff? Because in a sense, you got 5 rubrics, and you got yourself this would be a Chaos Knight if you're doing a Thousand Suns, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So in a sense, you've also got another one of these. Throwing a few more rubrics in there, and then perhaps like Araman or something. You could probably do like a 1,000-point game, 500. Whatever.
I was thinking Ariman looked pretty good.
He's super cool looking.
There are some other warlocks. I don't know what they're called, but they've got like these flowy white cloaks, and they're all like. One of them has like an arm that's like it's like an alien Xenos arm thing
shit.
going on.
Is it like Thousand Suns, like sorcerers or something?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Okay.
So those would be really cool.
Have you seen the Mutilith Vortex Beast?
Nope.
Okay, we'll talk about that later because
Okay.
that is like it's like a gigantic like eldritch tentacle-faced creature that you can play as Tzeentch.
Ooh.
It's really cool.
Okay.
Also because since Thousand Suns are Tzeentch, were you considering any of the Tzeentch like demons, like the Lord of Change or?
I honestly haven't seen any of those.
You haven't seen the Lord of Change?
I haven't seen any of. I know he looks like a big feathery serpent.
He's a giant, like a giant bird with like a big craned head, like a staff.
Okay, I've seen him.
Yeah, there's that. I mean, are you gonna get Magnus?
I
Are you
should.
Are you scared of Magnus?
I am scared of painting Magnus. I would
Okay.
love to have Magnus.
Okay, so it's so it's like me with my Silent King. He's built. He's not painted.
He's not painted, yeah. I would like to one day get him and feel comfortable enough to paint him.
Okay.
It's just that day is not today.
You do realize, and it's the same thing that I do myself, that you'll never feel comfortable doing the big project. You just have to fucking do it.
Oh, really? You never get comfortable. You just do it and pray for the best.
I'm looking at my Silent King right now, and I'm thinking to myself, maybe later. But I know I should.
You should.
I should.
You should.
But I just haven't yet. It's the same reason with a lot of my other very large models that I'm like,
Just buy some
Oh,
paint
scared
stripper
of.
along with it, and you'll be fine.
it's just green stuff.
It's green stuff.
If you want to strip a model, you take a model you've already painted, you dump it in green stuff for like 24 hours, something like that, and then you take a toothbrush and it all comes off.
I'm assuming green stuff is a brand.
It's simple green.
Simple green.
Simple.
Sorry.
Stuff is the putty.
Yes, sorry,
Oh, okay.
sorry. Green stuff is a little putty that you can create and use to add extra bits. Like if you want to make a cool cape, you could green stuff a cape.
Oh, okay.
So it's almost like a little bit like molding clay.
Right.
Simple green. You know what simple green is, right?
Simple green, I know.
Yes, you put it in
That's
simple
the- okay.
green for a while.
Okay.
Green stuff is neat though.
Oh, that's true because it's non-toxic, and so it probably won't harm the mini's plastic, but it'll get all the paint off.
Yes, so you just take a toothbrush too and you go.
Nice.
It's
Okay.
helpful. It works out well. Of course, only if you want to just strip the whole fucking mini.
Oh yeah. You couldn't do like if it was like, oh, I just fucked up this little itty bitty strip. You wouldn't.
No,
Don't.
God no. It's like it's not. There's a little bit too much mud on my knife. I'm gonna put a little bit of it in simple green. No, then you lose your whole.
You lose the
thing.
whole paint job then. Yeah. Okay.
So how do you feel painting from your first couple models to now? Do you feel like a decent improvement, or are you still like, ugh?
It's still terrifying.
It's still scary?
It's still absolutely terrifying.
Okay.
Like whenever it always feels like I'm gonna mess something up.
I totally get that.
Always, and it's just like.
I've got a big army of Grey Knights way back there. They're my first models, and they look horrible. But that's the thing is like, well, you know this because you have a YouTube channel, you do streaming, and you and I both know that everything you create in any art field, a year ago, you cringe at.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, and then that includes painting. Like a year ago, I painted my guard, give or take, and now I'm like, ooh, the guard, it doesn't look great. But then, now I'm painting my sisters and my Necrons. So I'm like, oh, okay. I'm feeling better.
Comfortable.
Feeling better.
Yeah,
But then a year later, I'll be like, my sister's Necrons. Oh my God.
Oh my God, look at me now.
But like when you started off, which model did you paint first? The Thousand Suns?
Yeah, the Thousand Suns were the first ones. I don't remember which of these guys was the first though.
Well, it's a squad, so
Yeah.
either way.
Yeah.
Is there any particular reason where you're just like, blue and gold?
That was the official color.
No, as in, I know it's official color. I mean, like, did you paint them first because it was like, just blue and gold, it's fine? Or
I just thought they looked cool. So I was like, I just want to paint these guys first, which was awful because they have those little strips, those little blue and gold strips that are very tiny.
Oh, yeah.
And boy, that sucks if you're not comfortable already painting. It's
did you watch the Duncan tutorial? Is that why you? Okay. He's such a good painter.
He makes it look so easy, and then I
know.
try and it's like, this is not.
It's-
Fuck you, buddy. Like that's not anywhere near as easy as you made it look.
Did you know he was the official paint guy for Games Workshop for a long time? He eventually went to go make his own channel.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Duncan. It's like, just like with anything else, the only answer to getting better is practice.
Yep.
There is no secret. I mean, there are techniques. There are cool ways you could do things, like glazing and edge highlighting and all this, like object source lighting and all this kind of crap.
I heard through the grapevine, the real trick to making your minis look good is just bathe it in Nuln oil. Just get a big tub of it and just dunk it in there and...
We've done well. We've done well.
Just-
Nuln oil is the best.
Yep.
I mean, did you dunk it in the Nuln oil?
Of course I did.
Hell yeah. And
These
you know
are
what? They
all
look pretty
glazed
good.
in Nuln oil.
That's the important thing is that Nuln oil, there are lots of different kinds of shades that it sells. Obviously, it's to add shadows and contour, and it makes it look good like that. But the meme, yes.
Yep.
You'll eventually be like, Nuln oil in the right spots. But the
I
meme, yes.
haven't gotten there yet. My first one that I finished, it was like, dip the brush in and just, I was like basting a fucking chicken, dude.
I get it. It's absolutely what I did in the beginning. For my Necrons, all the purple you see on the bottom is Druchii Violet, which is just a purple version of Nuln oil.
Oh, right,
That I
right,
was
right.
just like, you know,
Just gonna let it sit in the oil just upside down in the oil overnight.
Make a SpongeBob reference.
Oh,
and
that's so
I was like,
sad.
when Patrick instead of getting a nose hair for his paintbrush, he pulled his entire fucking brain out and just dunked it in Nuln oil. But you don't watch SpongeBob.
But they get it.
They get it.
They get it.
They get it.
That's all that matters.
Matt, roll a clip.
Oh, now I understand after seeing that
That
insightful
wonderful
clip.
Oh.
Duncan's parents
Yeah.
named him Duncan because they would always dunk
Don't give him Nuln oil.
They dunked him in Nuln.
You know, back in the day, Achilles, it's known as the Achilles heel. Not because it's his weak spot, but because they had to hold him by his heel when they dunked him in Nuln oil.
Why is his ankle not painted, Mom?
That's so weird. Achilles' ankle doesn't have any shadow on
No
it. It doesn't
shadow,
cast
it's
any shadows.
completely pale.
I didn't get the Nuln oil.
Oh no, God, he's dead.
So DK, you obviously got your epic and all that stuff. If you had to, just by looks,
looks.
like if someone was like, all right, DK, I'm going to gift you 2,000 points of any army that isn't what you see right here, what would you take?
Of any army?
Any army. I'm giving you 2,000 points of models right now.
And it's like fully painted, or are you just giving it to me and?
Either or. I don't really care.
Ooh, maybe the Emperor's Children.
Emperor's Children.
I think I might go Emperor's Children.
You like that they're a bunch of fucking trolls?
They're such fucking assholes. I love it. They're still called the Emperor's Children just because they're jerks for the Emperor as they're cleaving loyalists.
Yep. You got Fulgrim.
You got Fulgrim,
Who's hot.
who's a hot snake,
Extremely sexy.
and alive.
And alive.
And
And
alive.
is a demon Primarch.
Yeah. So.
Emperor's Children like Noise Marines and stuff.
Oh,
which
the
is-
old school Noise Marines are the fucking
they
best
look
with
so
the
bad.
rainbow mohawk.
I hate their
and
looks.
the cheetah print. Oh, dude.
I hate them.
What? So what do the new ones look like?
There
Are
is
they-
no new ones.
Oh.
I don't think there's any new Norse Marines. You
La-
get an old like fine cast kit.
Last time someone talked, I was like, oh yeah, they've got the. They're like, no, I don't like that anymore. They're just all pink, and I was like, oh, that's boring.
Well, no, there might be some Noise Marines. There might be like a Forge World thing, but
Okay.
Noise Marines are obviously the Emperor's Children thing. I
Yeah.
guess interesting though. Man, you're going hard into chaos.
Yeah, I sure am, aren't I?
Have we talked too much about how the Imperium are like insufferable douchebags that we just don't want an Imperium army?
I don't know. Every time I see the Imperium guys, they just kind of look boring. You
Just
know,
too
they're
generic.
like, oh yeah, they're Space Marines, and they're fine, and they're cool. But all the Chaos factions just look so dope.
They do look different.
They look different. They look cool. They look interesting. Way more interesting to, well, in my opinion, they're more interesting to paint.
I would say that Chaos tends to have more interesting stories with their Primarchs and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Though we haven't covered a whole lot of the Loyalist ones. But even so, yeah, I guess if you're looking at Imperial Fists and then like White Scars and Ultramarines, like you can't really, well, you barely know the difference between a lot of them besides colors.
Yeah.
But an Emperor's Children, Slaneshi fucking Chaos Marine, and then
Yeah.
like a Rubric, and then like a Death Guard Plague
Yeah.
Marine. They definitely have a different kind
Yeah,
of
they're like a
style.
Space Marine, but cool.
They
and
got
unique.
shit on though.
Yeah,
They look
exactly.
different.
Like the Death
Yeah.
Guard are like all gross and big jaw bellies and.
Also, they feel more tragic.
Oh God, yeah.
But
they
I mean,
do.
obviously, we covered Conrad Kurz and how fucking
Yeah,
horrible his
yeah.
life was.
Oof.
But Magnus had a bad time. Mortarion didn't have a particularly good life either.
No, he didn't.
No,
he
that-
got he got his dad kill stolen.
His dad killed.
Yeah, he got his dad kill
Horus
stolen.
didn't also have a very good life either.
No, he tried.
Well, actually, no. Horus had a great life.
Yeah,
He just failed.
he did. He
We haven't
did.
discussed Angron yet, but he's not upset. He's not very happy either.
He's angry.
They're very angry. So chaos stuff.
Yeah,
okay,
chaos
fine.
stuff.
If you had to choose an Imperium, okay, let's do this. You had a chaos.
Mm-hmm.
If you were gifted 2,000 of a Xenos and an Imperium, which would it be?
Imperium.
Besides Admech.
Whoa. Who were the? I think it was the White Scar that had all the motorbikes, Mongolian motorbikes.
Yep, White Scars.
I think I go with them.
You go with White Scars?
I go with White Scars.
The cons are interesting.
Yes.
It's cool how they're just, well, it's Mongolian.
Yeah.
It's
And they've
they
got
have
like
cons,
these
they got-
motorbikes
yeah.
and yeah. I love
Born in the saddle type stuff.
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
and they're really good right now too.
Okay. Good.
And then Xenos.
Xenos. What counts as Xenos?
Aliens. Eldar, Tau, Orcs, Necrons, other versions of Eldar, Tyranids.
I think I gotta go Farside Enclave.
First round
Gotta go
More
Farsight,
than
yeah.
Orcs.
Yeah. Orcs are too common. Orcs are great. Orcs are funny. Everybody loves orcs though. Super common. I wanna be the special snowflake.
Tau is like the most popular army besides Guard and Space Marines.
Are they really?
Yeah.
I thought everybody hated Tau.
That's a story for a different time.
That will okay. Oh, yes and no.
Yes, and so I was convinced that if I was like, oh yeah, I love the Farside Enclave, they'd be like, whoa.
Okay.
They do exist.
Okay.
Like Santa and the Eminem.
Do you play Apex much?
No, I'm terrible at VRs.
Okay. You know Apex. You know.
I know
do
of
you know,
Apex.
do you know the Wraith character? Wraith. Fuck. What's a character that's really annoying that everyone plays in a game?
Did you ever play Overwatch?
Overwatch.
Yes.
You know Bastion?
Fuck Bastion.
Tao's Bastion.
Yeah, but no one plays Bastion.
Yeah, no one plays Bastion, but think that
But
everybody plays
yeah.
Bastion.
Early
No,
Overwatch
no.
Bastion.
No, even better. Tau is fucking Genji.
Oh.
Everyone hates Genji.
But
It's
everybody
weeaboo,
plays Genji.
and everyone plays Genji. Yeah.
Everyone hates him, but everyone. I got you now.
Hey, that's the idea. Like people play Tau. We got lots of Tau behind us.
It's true. We do.
There's nothing wrong with Tau intrinsically, but Farsight's fine. Also, they have the 8, which is the 7 Samurai.
Exactly. That's
you know.
exactly why.
Oh, it's 'cause of the 8?
It's because the 8. I love the 8.
Okay, that's
They're
fair.
too cool. They're like the 7 Samurai. They're so weeby, but they're not like that. Oh, hey, look, I'm a direct ripoff of Macross and Robotech.
I don't know what those words are.
Don't
but,
worry about it.
Okay, good. But yeah, obviously the 8s, they're not great at the moment, but man, if they get the new codex, I wonder how they're going to do the 8. That'd be really interesting.
Hopefully
but it's cool because they have all these different battle suits of the Farside Enclaves. And okay, so Farside Enclaves, White Scars, and Emperor's Children. That's a diverse option.
It's eclectic, even.
It is. I would say so.
Eclectic.
I myself am like almost nothing but Imperium.
So what are all yours?
I have Necrons already. So.
That's true. You do Necron Sisters.
Necron Sisters, Custodians, and Guard.
Oh, okay. That's right. Cadia stands, right?
No, but there's also I also tend to have enough of Marines for Salamanders.
Oh, that's right. You do like Salamanders are cool. From
They
what
are
I've heard
cool.
of them.
Enough Necron
Actual
boxes.
good guys. Ish.
It's like
Out of everybody else, they're good.
Salamanders are weird. They have this thing where like they'll torch a bunch of like Eldar and like burn their cities to the ground, and they're like, yes, these Eldar are gone. The world has enough suffering in it without us adding to it. We must be better than our fellow kind. It's like Eldar are fucking dying.
Yeah.
They're like a contradiction. It's funny though.
It's okay. They're Xenos, right?
Yeah, fucking
fine.
stupid
It's
ass
fine.
Xenos.
It's fine.
Well, we're listening to the Infinite Divine, and
It's true.
after listening to the Night Lord's book, the fucking Necrons act more human than Astartes do.
Yeah, they
Yep.
probably do.
They do. It's great.
Oof.
If I had to choose one though, if I were to get a Chaos Army, I would get Night Lord Army. Not even a question.
Oh,
now.
okay.
After reading the book, there's no way I'm not getting a Night Lord's Army.
Well, you are now, right? We're officially announcing that you are
getting a
getting
Night
a
Lord's
Night Lord's
army?
army. You're buying a Night Lord's army.
Those 5 Night Lord fans are going to be stoked.
Now 6.
Now 6. I'm going to get the Start Collecting set. Is there a Start Collecting for 1,000 Suns?
Yeah.
There
It's
is?
one of the best ones.
Is it really?
Oh, I need to buy that then, maybe.
The Start Collectings tend to be great deals.
How much is it start collecting?
They're normally 95. And they normally come with like 10 rubrics, like a sorcerer.
Okay.
It comes with Armin on.
It comes with
Oh.
Armin? Holy shit. And then
Okay.
more rubric marines, which you obviously need, and probably like a vehicle of
Sure.
some kind.
I could get behind that.
The Start Collecting Chaos Space Marines, I think, comes with like a Lord, like 10 Space Marines, a Venom Crawler, and then like 2 Obliterators, which are basically this like giant hulking like combo, like big Marines.
Right.
And it's like $95, and it's really good deal.
That sounds like good value, yeah.
I need more
Considering-
cool Night Lord stuff, and I need to create more. P.O. box down below. Send us flaps of skin so I can attach it to my. Send us your STL files for flaps of skin.
Yeah, not actual flaps of skin.
Don't actually send us your skin.
If they get like a manila envelope that's like soggy,
it's
in
like
the PO
it's like
box,
dark red.
It's like I see here's flaps of skins from.
I cut my scrotum off and I'll let you affix it to your Night Lord's army.
Ooh, yeah.
The good old
The
scrotum boys.
Plastic ones.
The plastic scrotums.
Plastic ones. Don't send actual scrotes. in
High
there.
fleet scrot.
Oh, how have we gotten here again?
Because that's all we did in the fucking Tyranid episode was talk about scrotums.
Scrotes and scrote guns and eating scrotes and melting down. Scrotes.
Joe, that termagant's got my dad's scrotum is built into a gun. He's shooting it at me.
That's gross. That's so gross.
All right, DK. Interesting talk, man.
Yeah.
Good talk. Good
About
talk.
it felt very familiar.
It was very familiar.
Very familiar.
Let's go ahead and tell everyone where they can find you.
You can find me at DK Diamantes everywhere on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Real DK Diamantes at Instagram because we've been over it.
We've been over it.
We've been over that.
If you'd like to check out more Dice Check content, go ahead and check out the description either via our Discord or if you want to watch our live battle reports pretty much every single Saturday, you can check that out on Twitch or our Twitter. All the socials are beneath. Subscribe if you really enjoyed this episode. And if you'd like to see us and our podcast, you can check us out at Adeptus Ridiculous. I'm sure Matt will put it in the description as well.
He'd better.
And
I'm not getting
so
paid
if
for
you want
this,
to check out
so-
more lore stuff and all that kind of stuff. So thank you, buddy, for coming by.
Yeah,
it was
great.
awesome. And also, if you want to send us anything in terms of models or just anything you'd like to see, there's a P.O. Box link also in the description. Check that out. We've been getting some neat stuff lately, and it's actually been really helpful to our repertoire. Is that what you call it, our collection?
Yeah, sure.
Our collection of stuff.
Your inventory.
Yeah, like John P.
Your
had a
stuff.
bunch of ad mech, and he was able to run the army he wanted to because we got some donations. So
Oh, that's cool.
all right, we'll see you all next Hobby Talk. Goodbye.